Our electric printer, homemade. We had a Kona here. We are disassembling the Kona.
Yeah, down below.
It was standing there, taking up almost half the booth. We will install other modules. This is what it looks like here. You put it against the wall, 66S on the boilers. It'll take up less space. We disassembled one Kona. There's still a second one left.
Like this.
We are making the mounting. Like this. For a Sprinter, specifically. The nuts will be welded to the angle brackets. Don't mumble. It will be like this. The little nuts are being welded on, and the piece will be bolted in place, arranged like this in 3 full rows. We're working on it, we're working. The first row, how well it turned out. Volodka knows his stuff.
It's already the second row.
True, he's very afraid of the camera, but that's okay.
Oh, don't come when he's filming.
Now, let him come closer so that I don't.
And here we have Semich doing a repack for the Kangoo. If you are interested in repacking, please contact us. It will be like this, one on top of the other. There will be a gap of 1 centimeter. There will be corners here. There will be a support. It'll be welded on top. On the bottom, it will just be screwed on. And there will be 6 rows like that. That's just how it ends up working out for us. A little rack like this. Here are 3 or 4 rows. There will be 6 right to the end of the corners. These will also be welded here for support. It'll be a stack like this. Well. And how much less space it'll take up than the Kona, and it will have 1.5 times more kilowatts. Here's what we're getting. What a setup. So this will be our setup. It'll take up much less space now. The passageway is clear, whereas it used to take up space all the way here. Now you can easily get out through the side door. So the kilowatts come out to 150. We drove the Sprinter into the garage. Stove's on for warmth, it's cold outside. Got the bottom part of the mount screwed in.
And set up the batteries.
We'll screw in the batteries too. And we'll keep adding them in layers like this. Install the BMS and build up the batteries, and it will be up to this height. Then we'll add some braces. We'll screw them to these arches, or whatever they're called, to the wall, like on the edges, so it holds more firmly. We've screwed it to the floor well, and so it will take up this much space, very little at all, because the Kona took up the entire passageway here, and the door, the Kona took up space up to about here. And here it's much smaller and has more kilowatts, and the batteries are brand new.
Like these. Cool little batteries.
Here's one 6S module. 3.18 kilowatts.
The weight is about 13.2 kilograms.
These.
And the most important thing is that they're brand new. They've never been used anywhere. Okay, we're screwing in the batteries.
I still have to attach the contactors. Fuck, this is a mess. And I still have to figure out how to attach these wires. Fuck.
Don't cry, don't cry. Everything will be fine.
I just want it to be done properly.
It will all be done well. The master is good. It will be done well.
They're lifting! How much time we struggled with that van.
These 12 S boards are connected in series with each other. Such a BMS. Then it goes to the main panel. This is how it will be connected. To one connector and to the other. Exactly one 12S board. Two batteries, also 12S, one 6S. And so, in series, there will be one board for two batteries, and everything will be connected. That's how it works out. All the crew chips are just sitting here on their own. Board for two batteries, board for two batteries. And at the output, there will be one controller over there. Well, now another row the same way. 16 batteries. That'll be 96 S's for us. And one battery will be Ray. It needs to be connected, checked, and then two more. There will be 3 BMS units, 3 batteries.
The work is in full swing.
The second battery is almost installed. This is what it looks like. The scars are just sitting there, not doing anything. So this is one 96S battery. And this is now our second 96S battery.
And there will be a third one here.
And where is the panel?
There.
Yeah, everything is going to be hooked up to the main brain of the BMS unit, all tied into one system. Where the contacts will be, everything. And the power lines will be connected to 2 BMS units. If something happens to one battery, it will just shut off. And the other two will keep working, it will still keep going. Here's the panel we've got right here. Everything will be shown here for you to see. And this is our result. It's turning out pretty well. There's still one more row left to go. And here is the final result we ended up with. It doesn't take up much space, because it used to take up the whole door here like this. And this is so much smaller. True, it's a little higher, but that's okay. That's how everything ended up working out really well. Fuck. The boards. The panels are left to be hung. And this is the final result. 3 BMS units. This is how it looks. Well, we put the panels here temporarily. It shows us the cells of the first battery. Here's the second one. The balancing is perfect. Button here is stock. This is how it shows all the cells. For now, they are here temporarily. We still need to do this top part. Then all this will be covered up. We'll move the shield somewhere else. We'll make it all look nice. Everything will be done nicely. Something like that. Here the BMS allows a maximum of 192 cells, I think, that you can hook up in series. Something like that. The balancing is great. The balancer here, as far as I can tell, is about 0.2 amps, roughly 200 milliamps. Balancing on these BMSs. Well, that's what the manufacturer claims, of course, but I don't know if that's true. Time will tell. I'll put it on to charge. Look, 20 kilowatts. It's showing 19, and it's pumping around 19 or even up to 20 now. A home Chademo charger. It's also charging here. batteries are charging. They're distributed on the panels here. Look, it's about 6-something kilowatts per 1 BMS, per 1 battery. In total, it's drawing 20. Well, for a 150 kilowatt battery like this, these two rows together make up a single 50 kilowatt battery system, the second and the third units. That's actually not much, but in total, it's drawing 20 kilowatts. Well, you can set it to 30 in principle. The charger is a 30 kilowatt one. Well, 20 is enough. Charging quite well.
The Sprinter is charging.
Well, it used to go up to 400 kilometers on a single charge on 2 Konas. Kona was 128 kilowatt hours, but in fact there was, well, about 100 probably, because the Kona was from 2020. It was used in previous cars. Less a bit on the Sprinter. So it was about 100 net and went up to 400 Kia. 350 sometimes, depending on how you drive. So now on these 150 kilowatt hour net on the new ones, because the batteries are new, well, I think it should be 150 net. Well, maybe let's say 140 net. So it will probably drive about 500. We'll charge and test it. We'll test it, and then we'll tidy it all up, cover it nicely, and do everything neatly. We are finishing up the batteries here. We have removed the panels for now. We are moving the partition. We will make something like this here. A sleeper like this. It'll be like this. Then everything will be nicely upholstered. Close it up here. The entrance will be a bit smaller, but that's okay. And this is how it will look. Everything will be nicely upholstered. There will be a sleeper. Well, there's a slight protrusion here. Well, but more space is needed at the bottom than at the top. So it will be something like that. It should turn out great with the sleeper.
Yes, it'll be like this here.
Still in the process. We'll take off that electric lock, and then the door will be able to open farther, creating a proper passageway, and it'll end up being quite a bit larger.
And it will be fine.
Here's what it looks like. It'll be covered. Everything will be great. And we'll probably make a curtain that can be drawn.
And that's it. Okay, we'll show everything in the back. Yes, this is how it is in the back.
There's a small bulge here, like a bit this way. Overall, it's turning out great. And this is how we twist it together here in a way that if anything comes up, the whole thing can be taken apart without any trouble. Everything will be removable. Like this. And here, like this, on a bolted connection. We'll also make the sheathing removable. Everything should turn out so nicely. We are also putting a Webasto down here. We've already drilled for the exhaust. Yes, and we drilled into the cabin. It will go into the cabin. The pipe will go a bit like this over there. The pipe will have holes to distribute air under the batteries, and the rest will go there, into the cabin. Like the Webasto will heat the batteries. They will be heated. It'll be great, and a sleeper on top.
So, in short, we moved the panels.
The BMS units, it's in the middle of charging right now. See, the charge goes to each battery. In total, it draws 19 kilowatts through CHAdeMO. At home, with a 30 kilowatt charger, I set it to 19. It's distributed among the batteries. This is how it looks. The Webasto unit is installed right here. It turns out there's a T. It goes into the cabin, and the pipe goes there. The pipe goes all the way like this. It has holes drilled in it. It will blow and distribute the air. between all the batteries, so there will be heating with the Webasto.
You can even see this pipe.
It's right over there, the pipe and its cap sitting in place.
And here we have the outlet at the bottom. Cabin. It will heat the batteries and the rest will go into the cabin.
That's how we have it. There will be leaf fuses here, so that you can take off the battery and loosen or disconnect the terminals if needed. And, well, in case you suddenly have to do anything else in there. Plus, there will be a fuse. If, God forbid, something shorts, it will blow. And here, it's sealed up from the bottom. Here, we will have the BMS screens. And overall, it's turning out pretty well. We installed fuses, 3 of them, from a Leaf. If necessary, you can remove and disconnect the batteries. This is the middle. It's 196S battery. 8 batteries, and then 8. And between them, there's a jumper like this through the fuses. Fuse there, in case something happens, it will blow. Well, and plus you can take it out and disconnect it if you need to do some repairs or something. Well, just like standard in a Leaf. And that's how it all works. So, Webasto, German. We installed a brand name, Webasto, the regulator and all. Webastos. It's already buzzing. This thing is blowing here. Some to the batteries, the rest here.
So that's how we have it here.
And we'll run this into the cabin to turn it on.
Here's a little thing like this.
Heats the batteries.
We bought this heated floor mat for 12 volts. You can apply up to 24 volts to it. I connected it to the charger. I applied 12 volts and it barely heated. I gave it 20 volts and it heats up normally, but it consumes 380 watts, which is a bit much. Well, we decided against installing this thing. It's better to have the Webasto heat the Sprinter and that's it. Because it consumes a lot. It will drain the batteries in a couple of hours. Such a heater, although it's a cool thing. And here's what we ended up getting in the end. We added these aluminum corners. It looks nicer.
Like this.
Cool. And here is our final result. The interior. The speakers and the lighting. We upholstered it. It's not very pretty there because it's detachable. So you can take it all apart. It can be removed to get to the batteries. Here we also have this foam that comes off. And this is how it looks. We got a pretty good result. And the driving range is much greater now. Because of the 150 kilowatt batteries. 3 batteries. 3 BMSs. And there's much more space now. Because the Kona used to take up the entire doorway all the way over there, blocking everything. But now you can actually get through here. This is what it looks like now.